Good morning, guys. It is the morning of November the 26th, and Survivor Series War Games was last night, and let's talk about it. I know all of you are wondering my thoughts on the big elephant in the room, the big return we saw of Randy Orton. Hey, nothing you can say. Nothing's gonna do it. Listen, the guy was shredded. I mean, listen, I've seen Randy Orton wrestle for the last 15 years. I've never seen him as better shape as he was tonight. I was pumped to see Randy Orton, even if his ass did show up very late to the show. Yeah. I know you guys want to talk about something else, but much like Survivor Series, good things come to those who wait. So before we get into the real thing y'all came here to talk about, let's get into Survivor Series. There were 5 matches on this card, and overall, I thought the show was fairly good. I think there were some hitters, some matches that were rushed for time, honestly. Let's talk about them. We opened the show with the Women's War Games match between Team Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, with Shotzi, versus the team of Damage Control, Io Sky, Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Bayley. Listen, dog. This was the match I was looking forward to the most on this show, and I thought it killed it. It's not going to win match of the year or nothing, but I thought it was really damn good. The match kicked off with Bayley and Becky. They were going at it, and then Shotzi came into the mix, and then we had Io Sky, and everyone collectively came in. I feel like the match really started to pick up once we got in with Kairi and Charlotte, and everyone got their chance to shine. Io Sky managed to reel a trash can. I thought the spot was really cool. Io Sky basically got this chain. She threw the chain down at Dakota Kai, who was outside the ring, tied the knot onto a trash can, and pulled it up to the top of the cage where she was. I thought that was really cool and really innovative. Then put the trash can on top of her head and dive off the cage onto all the women beneath her. It was a spot done in War Games 2020, but it was still really cool to see happen in front of a packed crowd of 14,000 people. There's one gnarly spot where Kairi Sane did this spinning back fist with a trash can lid to Shotzi, and it made this fucking crazy ass sound. We saw tables and kendo sticks. It was just a really sick match. Match ended with Becky Lynch hitting the man bottom onto Bayley through a table to get the win for her team. Team Becky, Charlotte, and Bianca coming out with the W. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know if it's Team Becky, Team Charlotte, or Team Bianca, so I collectively just say Team Becky, Charlotte, Bianca. All 3 of these women are on the same level, honestly. There is no, this is my team. No, this is all 3 of your teams, and then Shotzi's here. Did they need the win? Not really, but good match. I enjoy it. Honestly, I fuck with this match enough to give it 4.25 stars. We saw some dope spots we weren't going to see in the men's match. Everyone had shine spots. Everybody got to interact with each other. The only thing we did not get was a Bayley turn or Damage Control kicking her out. That might come a bit later, probably closer to SmackDown. But that didn't really need to happen necessarily on this show. It just would have added. But either way, good match. Followed by that, we had Gunther defending the Intercontinental Championship against The Miz. I didn't have high hopes for this match, and listen, I thought this match was starting to cook. Gunther was dealing in chops, going after The Miz, then The Miz started coming back, going after Gunther's leg, kicking his leg, chopping his leg. I'm thinking, oh, they're going to set up for a figure 4 leg spot. I don't remember that spot ever happening, which I think is kind of dumb for him to aim at the leg and then never do it. Gunther more or less comes back soon after, hits him with a lariat, locks him in the Boston Crab, then wrenches back with that knee that was being targeted with the Boston Crab into the Lion Tamer, and The Miz taps out for him to retain the Intercontinental Championship. As I said, I thought this match was going somewhere, and then it just kind of ended. I felt like they were kind of shortchanged here. I would give the match 3.25 out of 5 stars. It was on a cusp of being good, but just shy of that. I think it's very, very decent. I hope this is the end of their feud. We don't need another match going into Rumble season. Gunther either needs to go up against Chad Gable or somebody who is going to beat him for the title, because I think Gunther should lose the title at the Rumble and possibly go on to win the whole thing. But we're going to talk about that in another video what I think should happen at the Rumble, given the implications of what happened at the very end of the show. But as of now, Gunther is still your Intercontinental Champion. Succeeding the IC Championship, we had Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar. Santos took out Carlito on SmackDown, and that led to Dragon Lee taking his place, which I was very excited to see. WWE is portraying Dragon Lee as one of their hottest prospects right now, and to keep it a stack with you, he is one of the best luchadors in wrestling today. Going up against King Cuerno? Sign me up. So I was hyping this match up and telling my cousin, like, yo, this is going to cook. I'm like, yo, guys, this is going to be like match of the night, sleeper of the night. And it was very disappointing. I ain't going to hold you. Bell rung, Dragon Lee, like, darted after Santos, and then they were, like, going at each other pretty fast. I'm like, oh, okay, we see Iranas and shit. I'm like, let's go. They got back into the ring, and he's hitting stomps and shit. It's starting to slow down a little bit, but I'm like, it's going to pick back up at some point. I know, Santos makes a comeback, hits his finisher, and then, like, that's it. Santos Escobar wins the match in a bout that barely went 10 minutes. Again, another match that I felt was shortchanged. Like, I know you have War Games matches on your card, but you have two of your best Latino talent on your roster going up against each other, and you give them like 8 minutes and they really don't have a chance to do much of anything. And I can't even call it a rush job because the match wasn't like lightning the whole way go, because towards the end it slowed down and then the match was over. I'm gonna give this like 3, but like honestly this match was very disappointing in my opinion. It did not at all live up to the expectations I thought it was, and it might be my fault for expecting too much, but honestly like it was disappointing. Rhea Ripley defended her World Heavyweight Championship against Zoe Starks. Another match I was excited for. Zoe Starks is really talented, really athletic, really damn good. Rhea Ripley, one of the best women's wrestlers going today. And I don't know what was going on. The chemistry just was not there. Much like the last 2 matches I said, the beginning was promising, but like once you got to the middle piece, it just kind of broke down and they were botching. Zoe seemed like she was kind of gassed at one point. Moves were just kind of happening. Rhea bounced back and then got the win. She retained the women's championship, but like it felt like such a nothing match. Like honestly, I could just tell you for sure nothing happened in this match. Like honestly, I might give this 2 3/4 stars. Honestly, like nothing of note really happened. It's not bad. It's very surface level. Another match that did not live up to expectations. I don't know what happened after Gunther and The Miz. Honestly, that match could have been more, but like once Gunther and The Miz happened, it's just like we just kind of went like, yeah. Like hopefully this War Games match brings it up some, because I don't know what's happening right now. And that's when we headed to the men's War Games match. We had the team of Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and Randy Orton versus Finn Balor, Judgment Day, Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough, and Drew McIntyre of the Judgment Day. Drew McIntyre isn't a part of the Judgment Day, but you get what I mean. So I'm not going to lie. I thought the Women's War Games match had way more spots than this did. This match has told a more intricate story with everybody involved. Finn Balor and Seth Rollins starting off the match made the most sense because of their SummerSlam feud. Jay and Sami teaming up made perfect sense given their storyline. Cody and Jay teaming up made so much sense. All of Judgment Day was coming through in this match. Even at one point, Rhea Ripley came out with the Money in the Bank briefcase, teasing a cash-in during the War Games match. I was losing my shit because I'm like, holy shit, I was calling this during the stream. This could possibly happen. And that's when Randy Orton comes out and stops all that. Now, mind you, throughout the night, they've been running with this story that Randy Orton was not at the arena. Maybe he's not showing up. Like, there was no trust and no faith in Randy Orton except for Cody Rhodes. Mind you, Jey Uso's the one who put Randy out of business. Seth don't like Randy. Sami don't trust Randy. They're all going off of Cody's word. Randy does come out and he looks fucking ripped. And he looks like he's in the best shape of his life. Like the first minute was a little shaky. He was hitting the scoop slams and, you know, he was getting back in the mix of things. Once he hit the DDT and RKO, oh, he was back. He ain't miss a beat or skip a beat or nothing. Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins put JD McDonough at the very top of the cage, launched his ass off, and Randy Orton caught him with an RKO. It was crazy. Cody Rhodes hit a crossroads on to JD McDonough and got the pin. Team Cody Rhodes winning the match, which shocked me. I didn't expect both babyface teams in War Games to win, but there you go. And just as it seemed like the show was going off air, that is when CM Punk returned. After nearly 10 years removed, CM Punk is back in WWE. I was shocked. I was losing my mind. I thought I was dreaming. I couldn't believe it. After all that he has done with AEW, being fired by them, all that he has said about WWE, just the stigma surrounding him, he's back. Credit to WWE for keeping this a secret. Yes, we've been speculating for months, but nothing ever got out this entire time, so kudos to them. But holy shit, he's back. And I have a lot to say about it, but I'm gonna say it in another video. So if you have not already, make sure you guys like and subscribe because we have a lot to talk about with CM Punk. What are your thoughts on Survivor Series and CM Punk returning? Comment down below, let me know. Talk more soon.